現代の巨匠ピカソとヘンリー・ムーアが深い自然の箱根で語り合う箱根彫刻の森美術館。
あちらと同じものくださる？
お家で楽しめるコピーなんですよね、これ。
モノカラーコピーも楽しめるマイリコピー M4。
Yes, リコ。
あちらと同じものくださる？
ファックスコピー電話、これ1台で3役。2人でつないで楽しみません？
リコーのファクシミリリファックスアルファ10。
Yes, リコ。
All right, you know what? Screw it. We'll just go live. Oh, I don't have my headphones. You know, this is a complete mess tonight. Okay, there's Botrix at least. I'm trying a new chat thing to like combine the chats and show both Kick and YouTube screen chats on screen. And then also it can like do some other stuff. Oh wait, did it show something? Wait, hold up. It showed something. Okay, maybe it is working after all. It's so tiny I can't see what that says though on my screen, but is it showing the Botrix join message? Well, anyway. It's just really weird in the way it's implemented, and I was just trying to get it to work like last minute. It was all frustrating. Anyway. Tonight's the night. We're doing French onion soup, and we're doing mousse. I'm going to do both from cookbooks. Remember cookbooks? So this first one, we're going to start with the mousse because that's going to have to go into the refrigerator and chill for like half an hour. This is from a Costco cookbook that I got like, I don't know, 15 years ago or something. You can see it's had some wear and tear on it already. I've made this recipe before. I know it turns out pretty easy, or pretty good rather. And it is pretty easy because like instead of like melting down chocolate chips or anything like that, we're just going to use some chocolate syrup. It's Hershey. It's a Hershey branded recipe. So of course they want us to use the Hershey chocolate syrup. But I just got the Nesquik because it was both cheaper than the Hershey's, and then also it had sugar rather than corn syrup in its ingredients. And, you know, that probably doesn't make that much of a difference, but, you know, I do like sugar rather than helping out the corn lobby when I can help it. No music tonight. I didn't set up any background music. I wanted to get like some French, like accordion music or something like that, mime music or something, you know. Anyway, aside from chocolate syrup, we're going to use unflavored gelatin. Now, if you're not familiar with this is just Jell-O without any flavors or colors. Why can I hear myself? Where is that coming from? Oh, my kick stream is making sound. I don't want that. Okay. Yeah, so we're going to make some of this. And then I think I just need that and water. Let's see here. Yeah, gelatin. Oh, whipping cream. That's right. Let's get the whipping cream. So I've got a little left over from the pumpkin crisp thing I tried to make. And then I have a new one here. So we'll finish that one off. All right, let's get started. What do we need here? Oh, and also, to go thematically with the night of French food, I asked Grok to give me some facts about France. And so very periodically, I will be reading facts about France. Grok is amazing, by the way. It has paid, like, I won't say it's paid for itself yet because it was expensive getting that premium Twitter thing. But, like, if you want to find something out, I found it's faster to ask Grok rather than, like, search in a search engine and then, like, find the page that most likely will have the answer and then go to that page and have it load slowly with all of its stupid ads and everything. And then you want, like, an answer that can be in like a sentence, one single sentence, but instead, they need to keep the engagement there, so it's 5 paragraphs and all that shit. Grok is amazing for just like getting an answer to a question, Anyway, first French fact. Are you ready? Here we go. The French national anthem. Oh God, it needs me to pronounce this. I think it's La Marseillaise. I'm going to be mispronouncing French all night. Was originally written as a war song during the French Revolution. Which one? It wasn't officially adopted as the national anthem until 1879. I'm guessing it was the one that brought Napoleon to power, right? Brought the weird calendar and all that. Anyway, let's get started, shall we? Okay. Place cold water in a small cup and sprinkle gelatin over water to soften. Right, so we need 1 tablespoon of cold water. Where did I put my measuring spoons? I put them out here when I was prepping. Hold up. This is going to be a really short stream if I don't have measuring spoons, huh? Oh, this. I'm out of gloves. I'm gonna have to get more gloves. I'm gonna be continuing these streams anyway. Where the hell are my... Here they are. Okay. This is tablespoon, right? Okay. Let me go get some cold water and put it in one of these. I guess we use this. So might as well use... No, that'll probably come in handy later. I'll use a small cup. Okay, and I know I'm gonna have to add boiling water, so let's I have one of these like water boiler things. You can see it's kind of it's been used a lot. It's got a lot of the calcium deposits that I need to clean off, but for now, let me get some water started boiling. I know we'll need to use it later. Okay. Okay, we got that started. Okay. So we got 1 tablespoon of cold water, and we're going to sprinkle gelatin over to soften. 1 teaspoon. Let's see. This is... How much is 1 packet? Is 1 packet 1 teaspoon? There's a 1/4 ounce in each. Let's see. Probably should have looked this up beforehand. How many ounces in a teaspoon? Is that even a valid question? Well, here, I'll just use a frickin' teaspoon measurer here. Okay. Frickin' measurements, man. You hear that that kettle? Okay, that's about 1 teaspoon. Boop. Let stand for 2 minutes. Oh, geez. Okay, fine. We'll let it stand for 2 minutes. And yeah, there's like maybe like 3 or 4 more of those in here. So I'll just save this for later. We will need 2 tablespoons of boiling water. I guess while they're waiting for that, we will do some more French facts. Are you ready? Longest river and highest mountain. The Loire, is the longest river in France, running for about 629 miles. Is France even that big? Is that like, maybe it's diagonal or something. Okay. The highest mountain, on the other hand, is Mont Blanc, which stands at 15,777 feet and is shared with Italy. I know they make kind of like good natural borders and that sort of thing, but I always get kind of nervous when mountains are shared between two countries. It feels unnatural. Maybe it comes from playing too much Civ. We'll do one more while we're waiting. The Eiffel Tower, initially built as a temporary structure, really? For the 1889 Exposition Universelle World Fair, the Eiffel Tower was almost torn down, but was saved due to its utility for radio transmission, and now attracts around 7 million visitors annually. Well, good job making a frickin' temporary structure on that thing, huh? Okay. So 2 tablespoons of boiling water. Now we're stirring this. Stirring until gelatin is completely dissolved. And I think we'll set this aside and start beating some cream. Huh? That completely dissolved? I think that's going to be completely dissolved. Okay, we'll set that aside. Bowl. We're going to do 1 cup of the cream. Yes. All right, so we will finish off this one first. Like, I don't know what to do with whipping cream when I'm not making dessert. So I've been like, I don't take cream in my coffee or anything, but I've been like mixing it in with milk. Whenever I have milk, I'll add a little cream to it just to try to use it up. So I think one of these cartons has 2 cups in it, and I used 1 cup for the last recipe. So there was still a little left. Now let's crack this one open. And see Winco changed their carton designs in between the two here. All right. Ooh, that's a lot of cream. All right, 1 cup. We're supposed to beat it until slightly thickened, which seems like a really vague description because it's kind of thick already, isn't it? Let me put this back in the fridge. Get out our whisk attachment. There we go. And I will unplug the kettle and plug this in. Like, let me just get the kettle off of this desk. We don't need it anymore. Okay. Slightly thickened. Vague description of slightly thickened. I don't know. Does it look slightly thickened to you? That. I mean, it's frothy. It's not really thick. Let's give it a little bit more time. Okay. Give it like 1 more minute. I guess it's not a disaster if it's too thick, right? But if it's not thick enough, it'll just be lame. Okay. It's sticking to the beater a little bit. I think we'll count that. Okay. Now we are gently adding the gelatin mixture. Okay, hold on. Let me get my headphones back on. I mean, I guess it's all I can hear. We don't have music, so all I can hear is myself. I still like to hear myself. Okay. So let's get the beater back on. Just adding it in drips and drabs. It looks like it's like forming some clumps. Maybe I'm going too fast. A little bit left. Okay, we're getting there. Maybe about one more. We're going to beat it until stiff. I'm not going to make jokes about that. We're going to be very mature adults on this stream. Get a better grip on it so I don't drop it. Is that stiff? That's stiff. Not really. Let's get it a little bit more. Getting stiffer. Let's see. Put more cream in there. Put it on the higher speed. Let's do it faster. Show me your stiff. Show me your stiffness. Okay, vaguely stiff. We'll give it another minute. Okay, we'll call that stiff-ish. Let's get 3/4 cup of chocolate syrup. I have, of all things, a 3/4 cup measuring cup, so I don't have to do 3 1/4 cups. At least not this time. That looks like a lot of chocolate syrup, man. That's what it calls for. All right. Now it says to fold in the chocolate syrup. Fold in. it doesn't say like use any particular tool. To me, that sounds like they want me to use like a not a spatula. What do you call those things? Hold on, I have one of those things somewhere. Give me a second. This thing. What's this thing called? Although it'd be better if I had a bigger one. So I won't use the blender. Maybe I'll just use it a little tiny bit. It's not a spatula. It's a... Oh. I was going to talk about my plans for the upcoming month. Or upcoming season, I guess I should say. Oh, you know what? This is working just fine, isn't it? I think this will work, actually. Just using the blender. Yeah, it looks good. Okay, so I'm gonna be meeting with family on Thanksgiving, so I'm not gonna be doing a cooking stream Thanksgiving week. I thought about what I should do instead. I was thinking of like doing something pre-recorded, you know, just like cooking something just in recording it and putting that live. I think what I'm gonna do instead is a clip show of like some of the earlier cooking streams. I will like try to edit them down to like 2 or 3 minutes each or something like that. And sorry, I was getting my big spoon and do that as like a compilation, right? So we're gonna scoop these into. Let's see if we can avoid using that one because that one had the gelatin in it. That might be weird. Wow, it's still kind of runny. Should firm up in the fridge though, right? So yeah, so I mean, if I can make like a 10 to 12 minute video out of like 4 or 5 previous cooking streams. I kind of made a mess of that one, didn't I? Scheduled that to go live. I think that'll be fun. As for next week, I will do a cooking stream. I haven't decided what I want to do yet, but I do know that it's going to have to be a bit earlier. It'll probably be like closer to 7 p.m. Eastern. 6 or 7 p.m. Eastern, earlier in the day. And if you have any suggestions on what I should... Boy, I cannot get these in the cup cleanly, can I? If you don't have any... If I can't find anything good, I'll just like randomly open some more cookbooks and see what I can find there. Or maybe I'll ask Grok. I'll ask Grok for suggestions on what to cook. Boy, look at that mess. I'm pretty bad at this, aren't I? Where did that paper towel go? Did I throw it away? Probably threw it away. Of course, if I were just in my kitchen or something, I'd probably just lick it, but I mean, like not on stream, right? Or just by myself. We'll say that's another serving. What if instead of using the spoon to like as a ladle, I did it like this? Could I do it like this? That'd be less messy. Oh yeah, that's working much better. Should have tried that before. Okay. I think this will be enough. I think this will make these 3 coffee cups. about full. Oh, oh. Now I'm just making a mess on the desk instead of on the cup. That's fine. Okay. That in there. Okay. That one has a little bit less, but that's fine. Okay, let's get these in the fridge. Be right back. A little bit of cleanup. So I hear you all saying, clamoring, Murray, why are you making mousse? Didn't you just intend to make... Oh, these pages are going to stick together, aren't they? Okay, cool. I think I got some gelatin on them. Weren't you just going to make the French onion soup? Well, yes. But then, as I was actually like looking over the French onion soup recipe and like planning it out in my head, I realized that it was really easy. It's basically just caramelizing some onions in a pot and then adding beef stock. Like there's not even any other vegetables or anything. So like the time it's going to take to cut the onions, cook them in the pot, and then add this stock is probably going to be... that's actually really good. Probably going to be half an hour or so. Probably a little bit more since I'm yapping and everything. So. That's really good. I'm having my dessert before dinner. Shame on me. So. That's more or less clean. So that's why I decided to add another thing. And, a dessert of some sort. I started thinking of what I could make. Because, I mean, it's, to be fair, like a French onion soup is not a main dish, right? It's, like, intended as an appetizer. So I guess it makes sense for it to be really simple and all that. But, yeah. So, what happens when something goes wrong? We wing it. So I winged it. And I don't know, for some reason, I found that mousse recipe and was thinking, ooh, I could use that for dessert. Ooh, that actually works because mousse is French too, isn't it? So it all worked out. Rarely, sometimes, it's rare, but rarely, these things work out. Let's cut some onions. An onion, it will just be one. Good old familiar Mr. Cutting Board. You can see like this area here is still red from the kimchi. I tried cutting it. I tried washing it. And I just could not get that red stain off of there. All right. So let's switch to the book that had the French onion soup recipe. As I said on the last stream, this is one of those like book slash magazine things you get at the grocery store, and this one just caught my eye because it's full of soups, and I like soups. If I can get to the, there we go. This looks Supreme Pizza Soup. I don't know how I feel about that. On the one hand, it looks really good, but on the other hand, it looks like I wouldn't be able to eat much of it before. Anyway. Okay, so French onion soup. Here we go. So, we need 2 cups thinly sliced yellow onion, 1 large. This is 1 large yellow onion. I think it's going to make more than 2 cups of sliced onion. So we will cut up the whole thing and see how much we get. And if it gives us more than we need, then I will save it for later, I guess. Peel off the outer layers here. I'm going to try to keep it whole until I start cutting it. I mean, I'm not going to like cut it in half first, right? And just cut it into like rings. So I think that's what the photos in the magazine want. Like, look here. Like those look like pretty long like cuts of onion, right? Like ring-ish. So let's put this over here. I'll get it all dirty and messy like I did in my last book, the Costco book. So I'm just gonna like try to cut it like this, right? Without cutting it in half or in quarters first. If I can even do that. This would probably be easier if I were not wearing gloves. But I like my gloves. There we go. This is happening. It's all coming together. I say as I get stuck on. Oh, there we go. Okay. Okay. So we'll just chop off this end here. And kind of get closer here. And there. I think it's just cosmetic damage. I think it's fine. Okay. Try to get it somewhat thin here. There. See? Ring-like. I think that's what we want. Maybe not, but I think so. Watching carefully my fingers and thumbs. Look at that, it's beautiful. Onion fumes aren't bothering me too much so far. We'll see how it goes. I think our onions, like, I won't say native to France, but they're pretty popular in France, right? They're like a common ingredient. Oh, wait, there they go. Ooh. I'm blinking it away. No tears. No tears on the cooking show. Ooh. Ah. Jeez. Okay. It's getting kind of hard to cut like this end here. We'll just like that. Okay. So if I get a Pyrex measuring cup here, this whole thing is 2 cups, right? So that is about 2 cups of onion, right? That's like even more. I think I'll take out like a little bit. Like that much. Put a little back. We'll go with that. And I will do. I have a container. Do not have a container. What did my... Here, I'll just put it in this bowl for now, figure out what to do with it later. Whew. That's like another 2 cups. Maybe I should have got a smaller onion. Onions are cheap. I'm kind of surprised. Okay. All right, so having acquired 2 cups of onion, we're going to bust out Mr. Burner. Let's do that. Well, before I put this away, is there anything else I need to cut? I need to cut the bread, right? Let's do that first, actually, before I put this away. Pardon the sniffles. I did get a big burst of onion air. Ah. All right, I have a French red soup bowl. This is for the little bread part. Like, these are going to go over the soups, right? These things. So we're going to grill them with cheese. Bread knife. This thing is not wanting to open for me, so I will... Man, I'm going to have to freaking blow my nose, man. Hold on. Let me mute. The dangers of cutting onions, man. Okay. Whew. Okay. So, like, this is probably going to end up being a little bit bigger than what they want in the recipe. Because, like, it's probably wanted, like, slices off a loaf of actual French bread, right? But I couldn't justify buying an entire loaf of French bread. It just needs a few slices. So I just got this gimmicky thing. I think this will have to do. Okay. We will use that for our recipe. We'll save the rest of this for a sandwich or something. I don't know. Now I wish I didn't cut the bag open. That was stupid. Oh well. Okay, get these out of the way. Cutting board out of the way. That's just a lot of crumbs. All right, let's get Mr. Burner set up. I told you all that I was going to clean Mr. Burner after last stream. And guess what I did not do? Mr. Burner is still a little dirty. That's okay. He should still be able to do his job, I think. Yes. That actually worked better than last time. Okay. We have a pot. And we have 2 tablespoons of butter. We're going to melt in the pot 2 tablespoons of butter. This is actually about 4 tablespoons. I need like half of this. Remember, when cutting with knives, always cut towards your hand. Because otherwise it might slip out and cut somebody else, right? You wouldn't want that. Yep, there we go. Okay. I do have Mr. Fire Extinguisher if we need him. We haven't needed him yet, but you never know. Okay. Where did my magazine go? Here it is. Okay, so we're melting the butter, and then we're going to add the onion. Cook it up. I guess I'll take the top off. Got a stir here. Man, this burner puts out some serious heat. I love it. In fact, I'm going to turn it down a bit. I don't want the butter to burn or anything. Just melt it down. Going pretty quick. Oh, that was too little gas. Shoot. Okay. There, we'll put it like that. Okay. Hopefully, the amount of gas that leaked out without burning wasn't too deadly. No, I'll be fine. Okay. That looks pretty much melted, so let's dump in the onions. You hear them cooking? That is a lot of onion. I think that's appropriate though. I think we'll be fine. I am a fan of onions. I didn't like them when I was a kid for whatever reason, but as I grew up into the man, the buff, muscular, 6'7", six-figure income, seven figure, right? I forgot earlier this year that I became today. I grew to love onions, you know. All right. Cook covered over medium low. So let's turn it down a bit. Oh shoot, I did it again. Hold on. We'll say that is medium low. It's kind of hard to get a low setting here. So we'll cover it and we'll just stir it occasionally. For how long? Like 8 to 10 minutes until tender and golden. So let's get the while that's happening, I'll grab the other ingredients we're going to use. Beef broth, or in this case I got some stock, which should have like some vegetables and herbs in it, so a little more expensive than just regular broth, at least for the generic brand. Sherry. This looks like sherry to you, right? I hardly ever use alcohol when cooking, so it feels weird to like buy a new bottle of sherry that I'm going to use like, you know, a couple tablespoons from and then like sit on a shelf for 5 years. Like for how long have I had this? This stuff doesn't expire, right? I probably had this like 5 years or something. Anyway. What else do we need? Broth, sherry, Worcestershire. Stir the onions a bit. So apparently Proctor just says, what, Worcestershire? Like he got it down to 2 syllables somehow. I feel like 3 syllables is sufficient. Worcestershire, right? But he got it down to like Worcestershire or something. Like with 3 syllables, there's already like half as many syllables as there should be, right? Because this says Worcestershire. Worcestershire. That's 5. You round it, you cut it in half, you round it up to 3, right? Anyway. And what else? And then there's the bread and the cheese, right? I can't find my box shredder for cheese. So So I'm going to use this gimmick. And normally I wouldn't use a toy like this just to do a little cheese. Like what I have this thing for is actually when I make pickles, like with the wavy edges, I use this attachment and it just slides into there. And then I do like the cucumber lengthwise like that, right? And it makes these long strips of cucumber that have like a wavy edge, which is, fun. But for cheese, for grating my cheese, I'm gonna try this for the first time. I haven't done it before, but I can't find my freaking box shredder. I don't know if that got lost. Maybe it's like right next to the blender I had before too, right? I mean, I guess buying a new box shredder would be cheaper than buying a new blender, but where did I put my stirrer? I'm so bad at this. Oh, here it is. And there's the cheese. It's just a hunk of Swiss. There's like other options that they tell you to use, like Gruyere, but I'm sorry, I can't find Gruyere. Or Roquefort, or let's see. These are not getting golden, but they are cooking. I can smell them. So we'll keep that going for a while. Swiss, Gruyere, or Jarlsberg. And I'm sorry, I can't find Gruyere or Jarlsberg at Winco. The Swiss it is. I mean, I guess while that's cooking, I could go ahead and shred some. How much do they want? They want a quarter cup, 3/4 cup. I mean, I guess the exact measurement of that doesn't matter, huh? Let's push this back a little bit. This is 16 ounces. I don't like buying like big blocks of cheese like this because I don't use cheese that quickly. I don't know, maybe we can start putting it on sandwiches and stuff. Try to use it up as quickly as possible. But almost every time I buy a big block of cheese like this, I can't use it up before it goes bad. So I buy either the pre-shredded stuff or I get just like deli slices. Which, yes, it's more expensive per ounce, but also it doesn't go to waste. Can I just break off a block of this? There we go. A little bit more. We'll do half. We'll do half of this block of cheese, right? Break off another block. Is that not going to happen? There we go. Okay. Put that on there like that. Oh, that is not going very well. Here, let's try stabbing it deeply. Oh, this is going to be a pain to clean, isn't it? Wait, it's escaping. Oh, man, I wish I could find my box. Okay, I'll do it like this and risk shredding my fingers. Grating my fingers. Let's see, can we do it this way? Okay, you know what? That sucks. I have a backup plan. I have one of these things. This is just like a little tiny grater though, right? It's so small. But I think that'll be easier to use than that thing. Is that even the right side? Yes, it is. Okay. That's working. That's working all right. Okay, let's stir the onions a bit. Woo! Ooh. I just spilled a whole bunch of liquid on my desk. Wasn't expecting the top to be all liquidy like that. Okay, they are cooking. Looks like they're coming along. All right. Where are my France facts? France facts. Okay. Number 4, culinary influence. Ooh, that's relevant. Initially, built as a wait, no. French cuisine has significantly shaped modern Western cuisine. Terms like sauté, flambe, and coulis, C-O-U-L-I-S, are just a few examples of culinary techniques and dishes that originated in France. You know what else has originated in France? Escargot, which I have not had, but my parents have on cruises and stuff, and they tell me they love it. And I say to them, you could just keep on loving it. I'm sorry, I try to have an open mind. I have my limits. I have my limits when it comes to eating things that I used to step on after a rainy day as a child. And that was cruel. That was cruel. Took me a while to, well, it didn't take me a while, but, you know, eventually I grew up and realized that we don't do that. But, and no, before you start getting all crazy in the head, I've never done that to anything not a mollusk, I guess. Or an arthropod or a mammal. I've never stepped on a mammal. We'll put it that way. On purpose. Nora. Oh, I miss Nora so freaking much. Sometimes I flip through my phone and I see the pictures of her and anyway. Sometimes I would accidentally step on her because she would like get under my feet when I was trying to go up the stairs and I'd be silly cat. I miss her. Now I'm all sad. Dang it. When she passed away, I didn't really bring it up on stream, both to not dox myself and also because I was afraid I'd frickin' lose it. Might end up getting another cat next year. We'll see how things go. Next year is going to be interesting. Hopefully. All right. That 3/4 of a cup. That's probably a little less than 3/4 of a cup. My hands are getting sore. And these onions need a little more stirring. Let's stir them up. Okay, they're getting there. Oh, that's hot. That's hot. Ooh, oh. That knob is hot. Grab. Okay, yeah, they're starting to brown in spots. They're coming along. Okay. Another French fact. The Louvre is that? No, wait, I skipped one. Invention hub. France has been home to numerous inventions. Louis Pasteur, for instance, developed pasteurization and vaccines, while the metric system originated there. The metric system originated in France, huh? I know there's like the metric calendars during the Revolution, but like if I guess obviously those didn't catch on, but I guess like if they were the first one to come up with like meters and stuff, then that was a good idea. The hot air balloon was also first flown in France by the Montgolfier brothers in 1783. Well, you know, good on them. Well played to them. Imagine going up in a hot air balloon and not really knowing how you're going to get down. I mean, I'm sure they did some experiments at first, right? But maybe they like got a monkey and put a monkey in there or something. Probably more like a dog or something. But anyway, that would have been worrisome. I ended up finding a YouTube channel earlier today. Just background noise. About like air accidents, but not like commercial flights. More like just single engine planes and that sort of thing. And of course, like I think single engine planes are scarier than like full-sized commercial airliners, right? Of course, the commercial airliners are bigger, but the people flying those are going to have more experience generally. Like it's just not one dude with his private airplane, right? There's some accountability. There's some layers of management there when it comes to all that sort of thing. a little bit more. Let's have a quick look at the recipe again. Till tender and golden, 8 to 10 minutes. I feel like it's been more than 10 minutes at this point. But are they tender and golden? I feel like they need a little more time. I guess let's measure out the ingredients here as best as we can, huh? So we're gonna do the entire carton, 32 ounce of the beef broth, 2 tablespoons of the wine, 1 tablespoon of the Worcestershire sauce. I have my tablespoon measure here. No, it's dirty. I got another one somewhere, right? I do. Not a plastic one. I like the metal ones better because, like, if you look closely here, like, do you see how this is already, like, starting to wear off? Eventually, this is just going to wear off completely, and you have no idea what size this is going to be, right? But with this, the size part is, like, embossed. That's not the right word. It's in the metal itself, right? So it's not just going to wear off when you're washing it and that sort of thing. So I definitely prefer metal measuring spoons when I can get them. What a mess. Making a real mess here. Okay. Let's give it one more stir. I still don't think that's golden. I still want it here. I still want to let that cook for a little bit longer. Let me put this cheese away. This will put this away too. We'll do one more French facts, shall we? At least for now. Boy, these are all getting messy too. Okay. The Louvre. Not only is it one of the largest art museums in the world, but also started out as a fortress, really, in the late 12th to 13th century. The Louvre's collection spans over 380,000 objects and 72,735 square meters of exhibition space. I've actually never been to Europe. I wouldn't mind going someday, seeing the Louvre and, I don't know, maybe Italy. It's kind of hard to imagine that Venice actually exists with the canals and all that. That's got to be fake. Venice is fake, right? That can't actually exist. People like swimming to work and stuff. Come on, that can't possibly be happening. All right. 1 carton of beef stock. Oh. It didn't have a little thingy inside. It just opened directly. Nice. Okay. There we go. It's said to use the low sodium kind. This is not the low sodium kind. To compensate for that, it also said to, like, use some salt earlier. I did not use any salt. You know, like when you're cooking onions, you're supposed to add salt, but I did not. Hopefully it's not going to be too salty. Because we're not adding any other wet ingredients. We're just adding the sherry and Worcestershire. Worcestershire. So we're doing 2 tablespoons of the sherry. Once again, just pretend this is sherry. It looks like sherry to me, right? Looks like sherry to you? For the Worcestershire, I actually misread earlier. I'm not going to use a tablespoon. I'm going to use a teaspoon. Because that Worcestershire is some serious stuff, you know. Really, that's all they want? 1 teaspoon? Double check that, yeah. 1 teaspoon. There we go. A dash of black pepper. I'm gonna go get that. That's a dash, right? Probably a dash. All right, bring to boiling, reduce heat. Let's go ahead, pop the cover on, get this puppy to full blast. While that's happening, I'll try to clean up a little bit around here. Let's put some of these away. Towels, where did I put my towels? Here they are. What a mess. Oh, I guess I should have stirred that, huh? It'll boil, I guess. I can get this cheese in a sandwich bag and get that back in the fridge before it goes soft. Might need more cheese. I don't know. We'll see. All right. Can't change my gloves, but I can wipe them off, right? I think tomorrow. Tomorrow I'll go to Walmart and I'll get more gloves. Okay. So while that's happening, we will prep the bread, or as they say in French, probably pan. They probably use some variation of pan, right? Is that boiling? Getting close. Trying to be very careful here, not just setting it down in a way that's going to cause it to explode into crumbs. It just wants me to put the cheese on the bread, right? Okay, we're gonna broil this actually. Let me see if this probably gonna need to preheat this puppy. Let's see here. No, it just starts right up. It doesn't want me to preheat when it broils. It's so weird. This thing, it like needs preheat when you make it pizza. When you press the pizza button, it wants to preheat. But then like for everything else, it's just like, nah, I don't need to. I'll just start cooking immediately. Like what the heck? I don't get it. Anyway, earlier I put the rack on the topmost what do you call it? Like rack slot. So it's the closest to the heating element that's at the top. So that will be our simulation of broiling. I think that's what you're supposed to do anyways. That's boiling? It is. Let's reduce the heat. Ooh, that was close. Okay, we'll just have that simmer for 10 minutes or so. Does it want me to simmer it uncovered? Let's check that. Yeah, I got enough cheese here. This is plenty. Okay. Pop this in. How long does it want that? about 1 minute. Oh my gosh. I started on that too early then. Okay. This is still boiling. Let's let it cool down. Come on. Just want you to simmer, not to boil. Okay. I will, let me see if I can move my mic over here so I can get kind of look at I'm keeping an eye on it. Once the cheese starts looking kind of brownish, we'll pop it out. This is still boiling. I'm gonna try turning it down a little bit more. No, I extinguished it again. Darn. Okay, there. This is as low as it will go. Shoot. Made another mess here. Let me clean it up. These crumbs and cheese. All right. Oh, it's coming along. Okay. Whew. More French facts. So glad I thought of this crutch. Like right before stream. French philosophy. France has a rich tradition of philosophy with figures like, oh my god, there's names. There's French names. Okay, here we go. René Descartes, Jean-Jacques Rousseau, Jean-Paul Sartre, and Simone de Beauvoir, influencing thought in areas from existentialism to feminism. Is feminism a philosophy? Would you call that philosophy? I mean, I guess it's like a political philosophy. You are not getting any cooler, are you? I just made a big mess. Jeez, okay. Let's see if I can wipe this down without setting a paper towel on fire. All right. This has been going for longer than a minute, but it is not. I'm guessing it's because it's not up to like actual broiling temperature. It's only like 360. That's as high as it will go. I'll keep an eye on it. Oh man, we got melted cheese getting all over the place. I cleaned this thing up before stream today. I brought all the removable parts over to the sink. I'm gonna have to like take the whole thing to the sink at some point and like scrub the inside of the doors and all that fun stuff too. That'll be a pain. I'll do what I can. Okay, I think this is finally doing something resembling simmering. So I got the boil down. That's good. It's set to do it for 10 minutes. I started it a couple minutes before I started cooking this, and this timer was for 10 minutes, and right now it's saying 5 minutes. Okay, so we're gonna say that this has been cooking for like 6 minutes. I guess I should prepare a bowl. This is a French soup bowl, is it not? I have a ladle. Probably gonna want to let it cool before I start trying to eat it. All right, let's have another look here. Still not browned yet. Either the bread or the cheese. I'll just let it keep going. Okay, so I mentioned on a Thanksgiving week I will not have a stream. Instead, I will probably make a pre-recorded video and debut that on Tuesday. Next week I will be doing a stream earlier, probably closer to like 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific. So keep an eye on Twitter for that. Just like gonna be like almost right out the door. Well, I shouldn't give details anyway. And then I don't know what my plans for Christmas are gonna be yet. But what day of the week is Christmas on this year? Where's my phone? Let's look at the calendar. For next month. It is on okay. So Christmas Eve will be on a Tuesday. So I guess I can do a cooking stream. I think I'm not going to be meeting with family on Christmas. Or at least not like on an extended vacation like it will be for Thanksgiving. I don't know. That could change. We'll see. How's this coming along? I still want it to go. I guess I'll just let the 10-minute timer run out. Yeah, it's not going as quickly as the recipe called for. But that's fine. I'm sure that a mousse is nice and firm by now. What time is it? It is, okay, so I've been streaming for about an hour and 20 minutes. So yeah, it's probably been in there an hour now, huh? Somewhere around there. Okay, got this down to, when the timer here goes down to 1 minute, I will turn this off and just let it cool down naturally. And then I will ladle it up. We will put one of these on top. Oh, let me get a spoon. I just have a regular spoon. I'm an idiot. I didn't prepare a soup spoon, but we'll just use this. And we'll do a test. It's kind of crazy. Like I've loved French onion soup everywhere I've had it. I mean, I've been fortunate to have it in some pretty good places. Not actually in France, but in some decent restaurants. I didn't know it was just this simple. It's kind of surprising, but you know, I guess it'd be like that sometimes, huh? I probably am gonna have something else off stream, just to like have some protein and vegetables or something. I mean, like the onion is decent as a vegetable, but I want some green things or something. So okay, this is past 1 minute left, so I will turn this off and let that cool down. Let's go ahead and remove the futa, the lid. That's hot. Let that cool down. Okay, I think this is gonna work. All right. Give that like another minute to cool down. Let's try stirring it a bit, huh? Yeah, so that was just butter, onion, and beef broth. This is beeping. I don't know if my microphone was picking that up, but that beeped, so that's done. We will let that cool off before we open it again. Although it's probably pretty cool already. I was opening it way too often. All right, we'll do one more French fact. Well, I don't know if this is going to be one more, but we're getting near the end here. The French Foreign Legion. This military unit allows non-French citizens to serve in the French army. It's famous for its tough training, the camaraderie among its soldiers, and its role in many conflicts around the world. I remember when I was a kid and I found out about the French Foreign Legion. I thought it was the weirdest thing, and I guess it still is. Like, can't you make your own army? What's the point? I don't get it. I guess it's just like a mercenary thing, like you know, it's not the French army that's involved in that international conflict. That is just some unrelated guys, you know, some guys doing their own thing, nothing to do with us. Look at all those onions. Yeah, if I did the whole onion, this thing would be even more oniony. Let's get get another scoop here. Get one more big onion clob here. Yeah. You can see all that fat on the top from the butter. Okay. And then the bread. Oh, that turned out well, I think. Use one of these to stop burning my hand, hopefully. Yeah, I think that turned out all right. I'll take this one. Just pop it. Boop. There we go. French onion soup. Some French bread. Cheese. Here we go. I'm not going to be able to pick this up with one hand. How can I do this without showing my face? Let's kind of move it down here. Yeah, you guys can't see that, right? I'm still kind of nervous. Hold up. I'll go over here. That's not enough. I will swing the microphone over here. And then kind of move this here. Okay, let's try this. Okay. It's kind of bland. I'm kind of disappointed, actually. I don't know. What is it missing? Let's try adding more pepper. I feel like it wouldn't be salt that it needs because it should have plenty of salt. Maybe this just isn't a great recipe. Maybe it's too simple. Okay, the added pepper helps. But it's still just really kind of bland. I'm not impressed with it. Let's try the bread here. You know, it's soaking in the onion soup. So we've got the bread and the cheese. Let's give that a try. The soaked bread. Okay. It's really good with the bread, actually. Well, I guess they can't all be winners. At some point, my mic muted. Hopefully, that wasn't muted too long. Yeah. Such a professional. All right. Here's our mousse. Fast onion soup tends to lack in flavor. Yeah, maybe I should need to try another recipe. This is kind of lumpy and not smooth. Let's try stirring it up a bit. Doesn't really look all that appealing. But I mean, I tasted it earlier and it was great. So let's try it in its proper mousse form here. And that's great. It basically just tastes like freaking marshmallow, chocolate marshmallow. So that turned out well. Yeah, it's really good. Okay. So, I'll put it over here so we can see it. This is really good. Maybe it's not authentic, but it's still a delicious dessert. Very light and airy, very chocolatey. So we like the mousse. The soup is just kind of a disappointment, but oh well. I will finish it anyway. You know, I cooked it. Can't let it go to waste, right? I wonder if, like, it would be better if I had more vegetables and it was kind of more like a proper soup. I mean, I know, like, when I've had French onion soup, I feel like when I've had French onion soup in restaurants and stuff, there hasn't been other vegetables, was there? It has been a while. Well, anyway. So, oh, I forgot to take a picture. I always got to remember to take a picture for my frickin' social media. Where did I put my phone? I'm so bad at this. Where did I put it? Oh, it's in my pocket. Oh my god. Okay. All right. Get a little bit closer in there. Okay. We'll put that on Twitter in a moment. Well, after I'm done eating anyway. All right. So we'll call it there. That has been French night on Let 'Em Cook. Just barely French. Probably French-ish. I don't know. Thank you so much for watching. As I said, next week's show will be earlier, and I don't yet know what I want to cook yet. I'll figure something out. If you have any suggestions, feel free to tweet. As for, and I might do like some more gaming stuff later than this week. Because it kind of depends on like how the timing looks and everything. It's going to be a busy next couple weeks. Like until the weekend after Thanksgiving, it's going to be kind of busy for me. So, until next time, whenever that may be, thank you so much for watching. Hope you can hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Muri shinai de ne. I didn't have I tried to draw it out until my screen was ready, but I did not draw it out far enough. Hold up there. Okay, now it's ready. Here we go.
空気が動いてスポーツになる品質のスポーツウェアゴールドウィンの作品たち
はい、タッチです。オイル活性強化剤ハイタッチ。
あなたの車にハイタッチを1本。オイルはたちまち高性能に大変身。オイル活性強化剤ハイタッチ。今愛用者が急増中です。
Let's get together, it's walnut. Let's get together, it's walnut. Let's get together, it's walnut. Let's get together, it's walnut.
ウォールナッツがやってきた。
Yeah, yeah. Let's get together.